Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do a video just updating you on how my social anxiety is going, and I also wanted to just thank you for subscribing to my channel. I usually look every single day at my YouTube just to see if I have any new comments or new subscribers, or just looking on my YouTube to see if anybody that I subscribed to posted a new video. And today when I logged on, I saw that I had a new subscriber, so I'm up to 50 now, so I'm super excited about that. I know 50 isn't a lot of subscribers, but I am very grateful for everyone that does subscribe, and hopefully this channel can grow a little, a lot, I don't know, hopefully it gets somewhere. And the main thing is that I inspire or help people, and just, you know, growing together as a community and being together in certain situations and hard times. So that's the main reason I have a YouTube, and it's also to kind of just get myself out of this shell and hopefully improves my social anxiety. So that was super exciting for me this morning to see that I gained a new subscriber. So I was inspired to just make a video kind of updating about what's been happening with my social anxiety and how my medication's been working for me, and just to kind of give a little tips of how I just kind of deal in my head with the social anxiety aside from medication. So if you're interested, please keep watching. So if you haven't watched my other videos, I do talk about my social anxiety and my extreme blushing. I have severe blushing moments where it's like my entire face and my chest just completely get the color of probably redder than a tomato, honestly. It's just horrible, and it's just so noticeable. So please go watch that video if you haven't. And I also talk about my severe social anxiety, because that is something that I really do have. That was like a ton of reallys, but it's true. I have horrible social anxiety. It's to the point like where sometimes I can't even talk to like a cashier or something without turning red. Like if they'd make a joke or something, I'm like trying to avoid that. But anyways, sorry if I say like a lot. That's kind of like my nervous tick whenever I'm talking. The whole reason that I kind of started a YouTube was just to kind of break out of that shell I have, because I have such a hardened shell around me. Like I can't even break it. I've tried so many things to try to just be able to open up and be able to talk to people just about simple stuff. Like even if my friend just comments on my hair or something for that day, it's like turning red, and then I try to do anything I can, like do a cough over here, cough over there. That's one thing I will admit that I do a lot, is when I start feeling myself turn red in certain situations, I act like I'm like hacking up some thing in my throat. I'm like coughing so loud just so that my face can get red, and then they think it's from the coughing. So that's a little secret that I do. I'm actually not really doing that much anymore. I mean, I still do it multiple times, but I don't do it as much as I used to. So now I think that having a YouTube channel, and also just trying to tell myself in my mind that I can do this, like I don't need to be afraid because this person is not going to judge me. I think just all of these things throughout these past couple of months that I've been trying have really been helping me. So I think that I've improved, but I'm still not totally improved. I'm not even almost improved, actually. It's still pretty bad, but I think that I've improved from the level that I was at, which is pretty horrible. So I just wanted to kind of like share some tricks. Oh, let me talk about my medication. So I was prescribed propranolol, which is a beta blocker. I also talked about this in my other video. It's for like your heart rate and your blood pressure, but it has like this little effect that can also happen where it decreases nervousness and blushing and all of that stuff. And so my doctor prescribed me a low dose of that when I went and asked for it because I had done some research on it. And it actually works pretty well. I don't take it every single day because I'm really afraid of what it might do to my blood pressure. So I only take it when I know I'm going to be presenting or when I'm going to be put in a situation where I have to talk in front of people. That's really only when I take it. So I take it before my clinicals in nursing school, and it actually works pretty well. I'm not shaky or anything when I give medications or anything like that, so that it really helps me with that part, and it helps with the blushing also. But I've also not taken the medication and done these things, and I think from that one time I did take the medication, it really calmed me down in that situation. So when I'm put in that situation, I don't do those things. I don't know if my brain is just like, oh, you had a good experience with it this first time, and now my brain's like, oh, you can do it again. So I did give medications, and I was in clinicals without my medication, and I did just as well. So the only part that bothers me is having to speak in front of my peers at the end. We have to talk about our patients, and that's the only part that I struggle with majorly. When I take the medication, my blushing is not there, but when I don't take my medication, it's horrible. And I'll have to sit there and pretend like I'm coughing, and it's just, ugh, I hate that so much. I'm trying so hard to get over it, but it's just kind of hard. So I think you really have to have social anxiety to understand what I mean by it's not something that I can just change overnight, because a lot of people kind of think like, oh, well, just don't think about it and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, that's easy for you to say, but it's not easy for me to do, because it's constantly in my head like, oh, like this person's gonna be seeing you blush, like you're gonna turn red and they're gonna think you're unprofessional, and it's just, that's the most annoying part for me. I've been dealing with like this sinus problem for like 2 months now. Like it goes away for 2 weeks and then it comes back for 2 weeks, and then it's just horrible. Right now I got it back. That's why I just decided to insert that little clip. But sorry, there's like fuzz. What was I talking about? Okay, so I just wanted to give a little bit of not give a little bit, but talk about some little tricks that I think work. So if you kind of feel like you're turning red, maybe you can do the little cough thing, because I know some people do that. I'm not the only one, because I've talked to people that do it. But just when someone says something and you start to turn red, just pretend like you need to cough in that moment, and then like your face will be red and you can be like, oh, it's from my coughing. But that's like not recommended, because it's like not a solution. It's just trying to avoid that situation. I think the main thing is just to start like rethinking in your brain. Just keep telling yourself every day that you can do something, that you can do it. Don't be negative. Don't be sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to turn red. People are going to judge me and all this stuff. Just don't think that way. Try to think positively. And I think that really, really helps, is just trying to be positive about something, because I have lately been trying to stay positive and not so harsh on myself and thinking to myself that I can't do something. I've been trying to just think opposite of that, and I think it's really helping me. Even just making a YouTube video, like I think that if you just start small somewhere, like just making a YouTube video and introducing yourself or something like that, I think just doing that kind of builds it up too, like over time, and then makes you want to be able to talk in front of a person. So then I'm going to go from talking in front of my screen to talking to an actual person, and hopefully I'll have the same reaction. So I think that this really helps, and I also like to hear comments back, because I feel like it's kind of like a person talking back to me. So that's why I really love when y'all comment and tell me that y'all have the same thing as I do, and I love whenever I get to interact with people that are going through the same things. I feel like it just makes my heart so happy, and I just feel like it boosts me up that I'm not the only one, because I feel like a lot of us think that we're the only ones that have this issue, just because in my class, I don't think that there's anybody else. Well, in my opinion, in my head, I sit there and think to myself, nobody else is like this, I'm the only one. And so I feel like coming on here and like people actually admitting to me and talking to me that they have this too, I feel like that's a really big boost for me. And it just makes me really happy to see the comments, and I really love people that recommend, I really love when people recommend like, oh, try this, because I really am interested in trying it and seeing if it can maybe help me. And I will, if I have any recommendations, I would definitely recommend them to y'all. And yeah, so I just kind of wanted to just make this video just kind of updating and telling you what's been going on. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to subscribe and leave me some comments down below if you have any recommendations or suggestions, or even just want a friend to talk to. Just know that I'm always here, and I'm sure other people will comment back to you as well. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.